Comedy Jonah. We're back, bitches.
We're back, bitches. You can't keep an old dog down.
Hi.
I don't feel as crisp as you. I don't know why my good camera's not working.
It's just not being your good Judy today.
Mm. But I'm
But
glad to be back with you.
I am glad to be back with you too. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to talk all things Celebrity Big Brother with Comedy Jonah.
Got lots to talk about. Oh my gosh, these 3 episodes.
I mean, we're going to do this differently, everyone. I mean, I feel like I need to kind of, like a little bit address the elephant in the room. I don't mean you. I don't mean
Oh,
me. I didn't mean to say you. I didn't mean to say you first like you're an elephant. I meant to the people that are like, you guys are elephants. You
I'm
know what I'm
trying to get
saying?
rid of this pandemic weight.
Look, as I was told yesterday by my mother, you're fat. And then I said, Mother, that's horrible to say to me. And she said, Eric, I'm just joking. And then she said, Oh no. And I said, What? And she said, I have to go to confession. And I said, Why? And she said, I just lied to you.
Well,
So
there's
anyway,
there's a
what?
difference between like I'm just around, right? Like you're skinny fat. Like from the back, you can't really tell that you're fat unless you turn around to the front, right? So,
No, I never thought of it that way, but thanks for giving me a new issue to hyper focus on.
so I gain it here, I gain it here, I gain it here. Like I'm proportionately fatter.
Well, John, I gain it in the same places. I just have a beard to hide it here.
Maybe I need to grow a beard.
Think no, didn't look good. But look, John, here's just what I want to tell people really quickly. So this is a super short, as we all know, Big Brother season. Obviously, we're not really covering it in the way that we normally do, where we're live every single day. Because look, A, it's a shorter season. It's going to be over in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And then we have Big Brother Canada starting, so that will be something we cover every single day.
Yes.
Also, we do have our live feed updaters at BB Live Updaters over on Twitter if you want 24/7 live feed updates. I am always live watching the show. I think, again, super duper quickly. People who may not know, my life is a little different now. My dad passed away. We were struggling with that the last season. And now it's just, me and my dementia mom. So it's like a lot of fun, Comedy Jonah. But we watched Big Brother together. She's not a fan. And she doesn't like it at all. It's a lot of fun when we watch it live, John. I just keep saying, you can't say that, Mother. You can't say that over and over. It's a lot of fun. So
Well,
anyway, we're
I
making it work.
Yeah, so I less than a week ago, you know how I work with rescues. There was a 2-year-old pug that was surrendered and looks just like Mookie. His name is Harvey. Nobody knows this. I haven't put anything on social media or anything yet. You guys are the first ones that I'm even talking to about it. And he just got neutered. We've been caring for him. He is all over the place. He's not domesticated. He was used from a breeder to for 2 litters of pugs, and he broke his tail. And when he broke his tail, the breeder had just kind of got rid of him, and he has just been passed around in foster care. And so he's here now, and most likely he's staying. He's just so wonderful. And
So,
but yeah, I got 2 pugs now
oh my
and a
God.
cat
So
and a
I
cat.
want to. And a cat, I know. Ugh. So I just want to say this. Look, everyone, we're gonna get to Big Brother. You just haven't seen us together in a while, so we're giving you our quick little life story. Some things never change, as John would say. I'm the eternal, one upper in the sense that I've. Oh my God, let me see the. Oh, they are adorable. Now, are they gonna have an Instagram? It's not real if they
Mookie's
don't have an Instagram.
Mookie's got an Instagram. I'm trying to. Mookie's there, and then this is the one standing is Harvey.
Okay, well, you still don't name your dogs well. But they're adorable. And what's their Instagram?
Mookie's is Mookie the rescue pug.
Okay, that's awesome. So here's the thing. Like I said, Eric, the eternal one-upper, as I said, I've been dealing with the horrific, long, drawn-out, painful cancer death of my father, and my mother has
Right?
dementia. John got a new pug. I understand. It is adorable, and I get it.
I am caring for two children. Like it's
Yeah.
tough.
No, it is hard over there, I can tell, in where
My
you are.
my problems are real.
Well, look, you know who else's problems are real, John? That crazy cast of Big Brother Celebrity Season 3. I just want to know this. Like, look, again, as I was saying, John, I don't think we need to beat this horse to death. I don't think we need to recap all the moments that are happening episode by episode. I think John and I are just going to check in, tell you our overall thoughts on what's been going on, moments that mean stuff to us, kind of the live feed drama, if any of you have missed it. If there's anything you want us to talk about, if you're watching on Twitch or
Yeah.
YouTube or YouNow, drop that in the chats. We'll address those things. But overall, John, I kind of wanted to start with, are you liking this Celebrity Big Brother overall? You know, it's our third season. Are you liking it?
I am liking it. I think I knew who everybody was except for the athletes. I mean, I know who Lamar is because of the Kardashians. I didn't know who Misha was. I didn't know who Mirai was. I think knew more Mirai because she looked familiar with the Olympics, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely not Misha at all. So when Misha walked in the house and she was saying, "Oh yeah, people usually stop talking. They're usually intimidated by me," I see that. Like the face expression, the body language on episode one looked, a little scary,
I don't
So
like her. I don't like her. I don't know if
don't
I'm
like
allowed to say that I don't like her. I don't like her personality. I
I
don't like
do.
her face. She's always in the diary room very like, so, I just want to say that I don't care for the girls tonight. I'm like, why are you making
See,
that
I
face?
like her, and I
I'm a
understand.
cupcake.
I understand why Todrick kind of has a crush on her. I get it.
Well, look, everyone likes muscles, me too. And it's confusing when girls have muscles because normally they don't. They're, not
Oh,
muscly.
totally. She's got this kind of even feminine, masculine energy that's it's confusing. My body gets confused. I get it, Todrick. I get it. Yeah.
I want to say that I know girls have muscles. It's comedic recaps, everyone. That was a joke. I thought John was going to yell at me for it, and he didn't. And we're going to move on. I just want to acknowledge I'm aware girls have muscles. I was being a dick.
I don't know if they have muscles down there, but I'm assuming that they do.
Okay, that's true. They might. And I'm not really sure either. Um, Yeah, she's a little Lolo-ish, a little Coco Loco, a little crazy. She's clearly the person who was cast to fill the, crazy Lolo Jones role of the season.
I
But
like her
yeah.
better than Lolo, actually, because
Oh, me too.
I didn't think I was going to like her. And then seeing her in episodes two and especially in episodes three, how Todrick and her are working so great together, she takes, she kind of warms up, and then she was smiling. But when she was in the gym with Chris Kirkpatrick, she was punching that thing, and he's just like, wow, it's just I'm so, you know, starstruck or whatever. And I'm just like, it's not that wasn't that impressive to me. Like I want to see her just,
Well,
hitting a bag.
that's clearly his fetish though,
Right.
because he's a
Oh,
straight man. Cuz I'm the same exact way, like, to a sense. Me, my inner demons of growing up in Catholic school and always being bullied by the straight guys, I thought that was affection. So, like when a straight guy is like, pushing me around or like being mean to me, I'm like, oh, this is so hot. Because that's how you got affection as a gay kid in the 90s.
and did that translate into your dating and then eventually?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hubs just beats me all over the house. It's like throwing me down the stairs. It's just I'm domestically abused in
You've
a
had
good
some
way.
you've had some surgeries, so
Had a few surgeries, and that's just my demons to deal
if
with.
you didn't have that camera in the house of us watching you fall, I think we would be
Yeah.
like, is Eric talking about his grandma Ina? I'm a hostage. You know what I mean? Like, is there keywords? Are you blinking? Are you
No,
okay?
yeah, no. That
Yeah.
was full release that day. So here's the thing. Speaking of pain and injuries, I think one of the big moments from this season is somebody who annoyed me until I learned more of his story.
Chris
Poor
Kattan.
old, yeah, Chris Kattan. I'm sitting there like, what is he doing? He's bringing nothing to this show. Although I do like, I don't know if you saw the feed clip. The live feeds came on, and of course, everyone's doing their shout outs. And every time people start doing their shout outs, Chris Kattan just in the background going, stop it. No one cares. Stop it. Stop it. So people are like, hi, Mom, and Susie, and my little dog, Brandon. And Chris Kattan's in the background just going, stop it. I said, stop. No one cares. No one wants to hear this. But
Chris
yeah,
is funny. He's so funny. I love even the moments that he had with Mirai when she was kind of freaking out when she got nominated officially during that ceremony. He's there for those moments, but then I also think he's probably in a lot of pain. When I saw him walking in and it was just kind of like this. And I'm like, what exactly happened to him? And so it was a sketch on Saturday Night Live in 2001 where he flung himself back on a chair and injured himself. And NBC paid for like five of the surgeries, and he's still just dealing with it on pain medication. It's awful. He's my age. We're the same age, and I can't imagine dealing with an injury like that. I feel so awful for him. I loved him in Saturday Night Live. That skit with Juliana Margulies feeding him like a bird is one of my favorite skits of all time. Just
yeah,
thinking about it, I crack up.
I mean, I think a lot of people that watch the show, longtime people of YR around here, that's, basically my hubs. That, my hubs is disabled in the same way Chris Kattan is. He's had, multiple back surgeries, can't really. So, like, my heart broke for him that I'm just like, now every time I
Yep.
look at him, I see my hubs. It's so heartbreaking. And yeah, he's been on the live feeds talking about not really being able to manage his pain in the house and not knowing if he's going to be able to make it. And it's so sad to see so many people going in on him on social media for it when clearly they don't know,
Yeah.
his story. Now, look, should he have accepted this job? Probably not. But I don't know that that's his fault. I want to say, what is his agent doing? Do you not understand this show? And by the
Well,
way, what about medical clearances? How did he clear that?
well, I think there's low medical clearances. Why, and I think his agents also too. Like maybe if you don't win, the stipend will help keep the money cash
Yeah.
flow going. I was impressed that he hung on during the HOH comp as best he could. I mean, he did participate. Todd could have participated. I mean, come on.
Oh, I'm
Um,
over him.
yeah, but Chris, participated and did it, and I think he's just doing the best he can. And I think it's good because Big Brother kind of gives us this representation of different, cultures and different people of color, and now we're kind of looking at people with disabilities, right?
Yeah,
So
no, that's very true.
yeah, so now we're getting kind of an insight with that. And also, too, it reminds us how much we love Chris Kattan, at least for me. I love seeing him on my screens and on my feeds. And I love his humor. So I'm so glad he's there. But I
I'm glad.
agree with our own Maximus mom, probably he might not make it through the whole term of this season. And it would not be a normal, quit and get out of the house. I mean, it would be for medical reasons.
Yeah, I mean, and look, he's not doing a lot for the show. I mean, I hate to say it. If there are people that need to go, I mean, what you talking about, Willis? Todd needs to go first. I mean, just useless, does nothing. And then,
Yeah.
yes, Chris Kattan second, but I mean, I understand the reasoning for him. I don't get why, other Todd is not doing a lot.
Well, geez, just Todd Bridges
Todd
snoring. I
Bridges.
mean, it was just like, oh my gosh, how are you in a room with that? I mean, it would drive me insane. And I have now two pugs in my bed, a cat, my husband, and we're not even as loud as Todd Bridges. Like, it was hilarious. Like, my God, what is going on? He drove me
Yeah,
nuts.
I just, he's never really on the feeds. Well, I mean, if we want to talk about a complaint, I will say another great reason to follow the at BB Live updaters on Twitter is, God, these feeds are never on. Like, they give us 3 minutes of feeds and then they're off for an hour, and then 5 minutes of feeds and they're off for an. It is very wow. There must be a lot of riders in place this season protecting what these people talk about. But yeah, Todd Bridges does not really add a lot of drama for me to the show. He's not really involved in any of the main things or the main storylines, as we will discuss. Um,
Is he
he's
in an
just
alliance? Is he in an alliance yet?
yes and no, like loosely, but I mean, who cares? He's just like, your whole thing so far after a week is you snored. Great. Thanks for snoring. That's your storyline. That's what you're, contributing. I also, speaking of how you said that Misha was doing it for you, I have to say, I question once again if I'm gay because I'm straight up in love with Mirai. I am not a gay that loves ice skating, so, bad on me. I don't know about the female ice skaters at all. But when I saw her, I was just in love immediately. I was like, oh, wait, I might be straight.
Well,
Now look,
bye. Bye.
sure, whatever. I mean, look, I don't want to do anything
I don't
sexually.
want to label you.
Well, I don't want to do any, bump and grind, but I could
Right.
totally just see myself being happy being married to her for the rest of my life and raising our
It,
adorable children while I have an affair with men.
with men. But could you father the children with
Oh
Mirai?
no, God, that's someone else's job. Also, I don't want to take care of those things. Oh my God, mommy, daddy, I need you, I need you. Go make a YouTube unboxing video or something, you little brat. What are you
So
contributing to this family?
you could see yourself being married in a house raising the kids, yet you're not going to raise the kids, you're not going to
No,
father the kids, but you'll
no.
still have the affairs with
I
men.
want to be able to say I have kids.
Oh, so
Oh, I guess
like
I could
part
just
of
do that. I have
oh, that's a
kids.
yeah, it's you just want to add it to your resume. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
right. I did it. All right, maybe I'm not straight anymore. I don't know. I just
I
think she's adorable and I love her, and I don't understand why everyone is coming down so hard on her, thinking she's this big threat. What are you talking about, Misha? Why is she this big threat to you? Because she held on. Hello, Teddy, right next to you, also hanging on, and
yeah.
you're not considering her a threat. I mean, you are because, you got her
You
out, but you
did,
know what
and
I'm
I think,
saying.
but towards the end, I think she's Teddy was a physical threat and a social one because she was with Carson, and so I understand that logic that Todrick put in Misha's ear. I understand it. I didn't want to see Teddy go. I thought it was too soon. I would have liked a Todd to go. I mean, would things really be different in the house if Todd wasn't there?
No, and we all wanted Teddy to stay. Now, I was not a huge fan of Teddy on Housewives. Did you like Teddy?
I There was aspects of Teddy that I liked. I think Teddy got the bad edit, but I also think people just don't know how to perceive Teddy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But
yeah, she's got all the self-help stuff. She's a self-help coach. She's branched out and has all of these different coaches across the United States. So, like, Housewives did a great thing for her. But I think one-on-one, I think it can be, she's like black licorice, some people like it, some people don't.
Well, I was not a fan of her on Housewives, but I actually was a fan of her here. Like, I very much thought this was a great representation of Teddy. Yes, she's an accountability coach is her title. So, I have to say, I thought I wasn't gonna like her because I never like the players that are like, I'm not gonna kiss your ass. I'm not the type of person to go knock on your HOH door and like beg for your attention and then get out. That's the game. I don't know what game you think you're playing. The game that you're playing is go to the HOH, be fake, lie to their face, and try and stay to the end until you win. The game is lie and manipulate. It's not RuPaul's Best Friend race, although you might be confused with Todrick and Carson there.
But even with RuPaul's, there's still some shade there, right? And that's okay when you're playing Big Brother. I that kind of I get it. That kind of attitude, it's just like, oh, I'm not. That's not part of my personality. You know what? This is a version of you. It doesn't have to be how you operate in your daily life. You are closed off from everything. This is a game. You're a hamster. Figure it out and win the damn game. Like, it drives me nuts. Like, Shanna is somebody who understands it, right? She went up in that room with Misha and she's like, what can I do? I haven't had a conversation with you. So I could give you information. I could do this. I could do my interviews where it looks like one of my breasts is exposed, but my hair's hanging down. Whatever you need me to do, Misha.
Yeah, I loved that conversation. I literally laughed out loud so much. The way she just kept like offering more. You be Misha. Hi, I'm Shanna. I'm walking in the room. Hello.
Hey,
I will do literally anything if you keep me this week.
like what? Like what
Yes,
can you
I will
offer?
give you my firstborn. I will do whatever you want. You don't even need to say anything. I'll give it all. Do you want me to go downstairs and betray someone? Do you want me to like shave off all of Cynthia's hair while she's sleeping? Whatever you want, I'll do it.
Hi, Todrick. Yeah, I
Did you
think
want me to fluff Todd? Okay, fine, I'll fluff Todd.
Todrick, I think we have our third.
She just kept being like, whatever you want. Want me to go downstairs and betray everybody? Like, Misha's just saying there. She's not even asking her to do anything. And she's like, no problem. I'll just
Oh,
betray everyone.
yeah. You want
And
me to wear a plug in the next competition? I'll do it. It's fine.
the fact that she's like, that makes her loyal, that she's willing to go down and turn on everybody, but she doesn't think it's loyal that Mirai told Teddy when Mirai was being loyal to her first group. I really thought, like, I don't know if you picked up on it in the edit because they gave us the little snake rattle. And I mean, we need to talk about how do you solve a problem like Todrick. But, Mirai Todrick, it was exposed that Todrick was in an alliance to Mirai. And then the other alliance of Todrick's came out. Like, as the first 2-3 episodes went on, there are people in that house that knew Todrick was not being honest with them about the alliances. It would always come out in another discussion that Todrick was in another alliance. And
And
what?
it's so weird that it does, right? Like when Todrick walks in the room, even with Misha saying, yeah, we're in an alliance, when um, Shauna knows, well, you're in another one with me. And then Shauna, of course, told them about the formation. The formation, I mean, formation of what? Do nothing? Not have each other's backs? Boo.
What are you talking about? The formation is the best alliance that we want to go for.
We
You
want
got
to
the
go. I don't.
Carsons, the Cynthias, I mean, come on. Look, like, here's what this has taught me. is that the people I don't like on their shows, like a Cynthia, a Teddy, I've really come to like love them in Celebrity Big Brother. I never knew I would love I mean, I knew I would love Carson.
Yeah,
Carson, Cynthia, and Teddy together. I love that. But
I
I
love them.
mean, let's talk Todrick for a hot second, because if you guys are unaware, he is very much so controlling the game. And I very much thought production was going to want him to win. If you are a Big Brother super fan, you know that Todrick basically collected the entire cookout last season. He brought them all to his LA mansion where they all lived for like 2 months. He clearly sucked them of all of their Big Brother knowledge. I believe there's some of them still staying at his house right now. He's done our show several times. You can go back and watch those shows. So, like, we love Todrick, or I love Todrick, because Todrick is a Big Brother super fan. Like,
I love
literally,
Todd
and who is too?
I said I love him as well. I think
Oh,
he's doing fantastic. Yeah.
yeah, but he is falling into the trap of super fans of too hard, too fast. So, like, we're watching that edit of Todrick being like, oh, this alliance came to me, and this alliance came to me, and that one, and I don't know what to do, and I just have it all. But I think I think he thinks that production is going to take care of him in this game, and he's not realizing that he's the villain. The edit is making you the villain. You are not. I think he thinks he's coming off as likable and a mastermind and funny, and he wants to be all these things,
Mhm.
but they're really editing him as the villain, and he is not on to the fact that Kirkpatrick is on to him, Carson is on to him, Cynthia, Mirai. And then my only last point to make is I don't understand why he is going against his real life connections. Why is he going for Carson? Girl, this show is like a $250,000 prize. You're maybe getting $180,000 after. I'm sure that's not even 1 year of taxes on your LA mansion. Yet you're going to, on national television and on the live feeds, be going for Carson, someone who you know is more liked on RuPaul's Drag Race, has been in this industry longer. I know you need drama to remain relevant, but I don't know that burning a Carson bridge is the way to do it.
See, I don't think it's burning a Carson bridge, and
Oh, it is.
I think Carson will understand. Listen, if Todrick is sitting in the final two with Carson, he's not winning. I think that Todrick probably has this idea that he's going to get just extra publicity with this, and it's
Yeah.
going to be a fun game and all of that stuff. And you're right. I don't think he understands the type of edit that he's getting. So, that might be backfiring with him. I don't think this is about the money with him at all. I just think it's about the experience, getting more
Oh,
exposure. Yeah, but he's
100%.
absolutely right. He will not win against Carson. So I understand why he would want him out.
I mean, I want to believe that Carson is going to come out of this game and go, it was a game. Of course you did what you had to do, girl. But then there has to be a point to me, too, where if I was Carson, I would be thinking, I mean, look, here's my biggest problem with it. Todrick could do anything. Todrick doesn't need to be with Misha and Kirkpatrick and Lamar to win this game. He could literally be with any of those people. He's that good at the game. Todrick could very easily go get in with Carson and Cynthia and Teddy and done just as good at this game as
Right.
if he was with the other people.
And I think that was probably his intention until Carson won the veto competition and blew everybody out of the water. Now Carson's a physical threat, not only, and a social threat. So it's like, oh gosh, if it's me, if I'm up against Carson and I'm Todrick, there's a chance Carson is going to win. The physical comps, the votes. He, I think, is Todrick's biggest threat. And that's what you do in Big Brother. You get out your biggest threat.
I mean, look, I get it. Carson's a threat. Carson's not a threat day one. I mean, maybe he is when the season's only 3 weeks long. But again, for me, Todrick could go far with the likable people. He is getting rid of people that create good feeds, good drama. Has his hand in too many pots. He is been found out by too many people and doesn't realize it. He's pushing people too hard, like, the new HOH. Spoiler alert. Again, going forward on all these shows, I hope you guys aren't going to care. Like, it's Big Brother. I don't feel there are spoilers. So we know that Chris Kirkpatrick and Sync is HOH right now. We knew Todrick was pushing him so hard to get Carson on the block. And Chris Kirkpatrick's like, I'm on to him. Like, I know what he's doing now. I see Todrick's game. He's playing all sides. I just think if Todrick would have played this better, and what's so disappointing for me, if he would have played this better, he could have gone far. He could have gone far with the enjoyable people that would have made a good show and good feeds. Because let's face it, this isn't really that exciting of a cast compared to the other 2 seasons. And now you just got rid of a housewife, which again, I don't know that I'm thinking too far into it. Obviously, we know Andy Cohen is friends with Julie. That's why we're seeing housewives on this show. Todrick's going against the Bravo franchise, the Housewives franchise, going against Carson, his fellow RuPaul people. Where are you going when this show is over, Todrick? You better hope that these people are really okay and don't see it as a, hey, you could have given me more airtime. You didn't need to start turning everyone against me the moment we walked in the house, friend who I've worked with for years.
No, I mean, he should have, we love Todd Bridges. I watched Different Strokes when I was a kid. The first week we got enough of Todd. Goodbye. Good luck. Let's keep Teddy around. I get it. He is playing a little hard. But it's a short season. I'm sure everything is just kind of compounded in that house where you just start to lose all sense of everything, right? But yes, I mean, his game's exposed. And would you be surprised if Kirkpatrick nominated him? I mean, they're in an alliance. They're in the Athlete Alliance.
I mean, he's not going to, for up to the moment as of Sunday afternoon. Like I said, Todrick is really pushing for Carson. Chris Kirkpatrick did not put him up. He put up Kattan and Mirai. We'll see what happens after the POV. We'll see what happens with that. But, the Todricks, the Mishas, they don't understand why Chris Kirkpatrick does not want to go after Carson, so that's causing a little friction in their alliance. Yeah, so I want him to do it. Do I think Chris Kirkpatrick will? No. He's very good. He's playing the game, Chris Kirkpatrick, that Todrick wanted to play going in. He is very good at not giving any information and collecting the information. Chris Kirkpatrick knows all of what Todrick has been doing on, we're not calling them weeks, we're calling them cycles because we're getting 2 evictions a week. So like that first cycle of Teddy going, Chris Kirkpatrick knows everything Todrick did. Now, Chris Kirkpatrick knows everything Todrick's doing now, trying to get Carson up, Cynthia, all of these things. If we see a Carson or a Cynthia HOH in the next cycle, which we know will start tomorrow, Chris Kirkpatrick has all this information to just have Todrick on the block and out if he wants to use it. So I think that could be very interesting to see as well. I just want to say super quickly, some of the comments that I see. Nurse Cheryl says Shayna has her hands in too many pots as well. She can't
Mm-hmm.
keep her mouth shut. I see Dr. Who Heather says, I don't think Todrick can win at this point. He just keeps burning all the bridges. He's a
Yeah.
one-man island. And ZZ saying, yeah, is Todrick going to burn his bridge with Carson, or is Carson just going to see him as a person he can ignore in real life, so it doesn't matter? But
No,
yeah,
I
all
mean,
of those are valid points.
yeah, and Todrick, like Cheryl says in the YouTube chat, he's got a lot of alliances like Frenchie. Now, if Todrick was nominated, do we think he would have a meltdown like Frenchie did? Would that be amazing?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think Todrick will. I don't even. I'm torn if Todrick will have it in all sincerity, or I feel like Todrick is a performer, a TikTok star. I would honestly, oh, people are going to stab me. I would call him a social media mogul. He is very good at using social media to brand himself and promote and do all those things. My point is, I can see if Todrick knows, oh God, I'm on the block, I'm in danger, I'm going home. He's not just going to be like, oh, I'm Todrick and I'm gonna leave now. He's gonna create chaos, start fights. He's gonna try and get TMZ to write an article about it. He's aware of how to use social media, that I truly think when he knows it's his time, he is going to want to do whatever he can to get the most airtime and the most, bit of exposure out there. And I hope I'm right, because you've already gotten rid of a person who would have given us good feeds in Teddy.
Yeah,
So now, if we're going to just keep
and you
losing
kept another
the.
one who isn't Todd.
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
have to read this one comment in YouTube that is absolutely. I think I'll frame it and send it to you.
Okay.
Um, Billy Jones in the YouTube chat says Eric can adopt me to be his kid. I'm potty trained. Love you, Daddy.
Well, that's really funny, because Rod Carson in chat said Eric doesn't want a kid. He just wants someone to call him daddy.
And now we've got Billy Jones.
Hi, Billy. Slide into the DMs. No. So, yeah, I hope that Todrick can go far, because look, as
Yeah.
much as Todrick is annoying to people on Twitter, as you very rightly said, he's getting the Frenchie treatment. Everyone seems to be annoyed by Todrick. They don't like him. I will just remind everyone again, when you remove the quote annoying people and the people that are playing the game, you are left with a real boring season. You want the people in there that are going to create the drama, that are going to create fun feeds. I mean, maybe not, since they're not really showing us the feeds anymore, so fun feeds isn't really a thing when the feeds are on for like 5 minutes a day, but
Exactly.
we still want them.
We still do. Every time I check, like I have the feeds on in my office. I'm doing my work, doing my stuff. I can hear them on my TV, right? Because my TV's in a Roku and it's up to the Paramount Plus. Every time I check, they're never on. I'm just like, I even texted you, like, when are the feeds going to be back on? Because right in the beginning, it seemed like there was a day and a half where there was no feeds.
Well, there was the whole drama in the beginning. I also love how you just did that, like we're being paid by them. You were just like, I watch my live feeds on my
On the
Roku
Paramount.
box on the Paramount Plus app. We don't get dick from anyone. We get it from you guys that support these shows. So thank you for sharing, liking, the people that donate, all the people that support these shows. We thank all of you. You're our
Hashtag Roku.
sponsors.
Hashtag Roku. Oh,
Hashtag Roku. I think we're the only people that in 10 years have never had a sponsor. Don't know what to say. Other than thank you to all of you. All of you
of
watching are the
course.
ones
You
that
guys
keep
are our
this show.
sponsors.
You're the ones that keep these shows alive. So thank you for being our sponsors.
Okay, can we
uh,
talk about the
yes.
gala gift and the Monwan hat?
Did you know it was Did you know it was Nom Now backwards? I mean, upside down, or no?
I didn't care.
Oh, okay. You're very angry about it. Go ahead.
I just, when I was watching the veto ceremony and Cynthia had to put that on her head, I just started laughing. I'm like, what in the hell? I mean, the one thing too, I was glad Todrick spoke up. It's ugly. It's stupid and ugly. And make it a hat. Don't make it a purse. It was just, it absolutely is. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've seen. Make it a
Well,
fun, fabulous hat. Like, some of the costumes that Damon Juan made, like Janelle's the chick outfit and all. Those are fun. The hiker or what's her name had to go camping and make the hot dogs and stuff. Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong camera thinking that's the one. I'm just going to take this off.
Comedy Jonah.
Those look good, but this hat is just stupid.
Comedy Jonah, I'm kind of scared, as I think the people that are listening are, that we don't know if you're being serious right now. You understand that there is no actual Mon Juan that made those outfits, right?
I'm not being serious. I'm just saying in general, they said Mon Juan made those costumes, blah, blah. Why not make it a Mon Juan hat with the logo? You know what I mean? Like, why does everybody have to have a purse sitting on their head? It's just stupid. It looks stupid.
Do you want to know one of my favorite things that my mother said while we were watching the show live? When they said, Mon Juan, my mother looked at me and said, why can't they speak English? And I went, Mother, we're getting canceled. My mother she has dementia. She's not being racist. She just is saying what I don't understand. Oh my God. I'm like, where's the mute? Where's mute? Mute, mother.
Can we have feeds with you and your mom? Like, I want live feeds. When we don't have live feeds, when I watch it on the Roku. I want live feeds with you and your mom.
Well, it's clear that Comedy Jonah has not been watching any of the shows the past few months, because that is what we have, John. I'm live every day at 5 p.m. You can tune in to see me and my mother until at least 10 o'clock at night, what it's like to be with a dementia patient.
I've got to unblock you and check it out.
Yeah, you should totally unblock me and check it out. It's fun. We watch Big Brother together. We have a lot of fun. Anyway, it has become live feeds, actually. Anyway, Mon Juan, I thought it was stupid. Why wasn't there a costume punishment to go along with this? Number one. Number two, it was very obvious it was Nom Now backwards. Now, I do have to say, I did enjoy the twist that I thought what was going to happen was this was production's ploy to keep Cynthia, to keep Teddy. I was like, the housewives are going to stick together. Cynthia is going to be able to nominate someone now, and then that someone she would then be able to replace and save Teddy. I thought production would have made it very much like that. The fact that production did the pass the bag around and whoever the last person is, you're the nom, and then you get to pick who you want to remove. I'm like, what production? You normally manipulate the game. Why are you not? You know we want Teddy to stay. You know we don't want Teddy to go. You know Todd Bridges has been sleeping the whole damn time. You could have very easily manipulated this to get a better outcome, and you didn't. So it is the reason why I say, I know we like to blame production for manipulating the game a lot, but I really don't think they care. I think they're like, whatever happens, happens, you never know, and whatever. I just think it's stupid that they could have kept Teddy and didn't. But then again, they let Janelle go, and they didn't need to let Janelle go either. So I'm starting to think we're all wrong, and production doesn't manipulate. They actually let the game play out. What? I'm angry.
Well, don't be angry, because Billy Jones in our YouTube chat says, John, you can be my favorite uncle.
I think Billy Jones has some issues.
You've got some good issues, what I'm reading. We'll put Billy Jones right here in the middle.
Um, I see little big red says, and they could, and they, yes, yes. My mom and I talk about the show on the commercial breaks. It
Oh, I
was
gotta
like
know.
it was like BBOTT when they passed the scabies, or that was terrifying. Yeah, oh, that was bad. Oh, shout out BBOTT. All right, RIP BBOTT. You're never gonna come back, but
Yeah.
never gonna come back. Yeah, I thought Manwan absolutely ridiculous. Is that curse? Is that curse? Is that twist now out of the game? Are we gonna keep? I mean, I know she said it was done, so are we gonna get, which would be interesting, a new twist each week? Normally, we just get the one twist over and over and over again until quote unquote jury. I'm assuming everyone is jury since it would be a 9-person jury.
But Teddy gets to go home.
Does she? Do we know that for a fact?
It sounded like at the end of last night's episode when she's like, I can't wait to see my kids and stuff, Julie told her about all the alliances.
Oh, good point. Julie did tell her about all the alliances. Good point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all going home. She is
Or
home.
maybe just the first two, and then I don't know.
She might be joining us. For those of you that are asking, I know a lot of people are asking about exit interviews this season. Basically, the way it works with celebrities is, PR will tell them about us, and then it is their choice if they want to come and do the show with us, and then PR will set it up. The problem, honestly, being these are celebrities with managers. Managers book them. Managers make their money from bookings. Point being, most of these people are going to want to be paid to interview with anyone, and we can't afford that. So we'll see if anybody will take pity on us and just come and join us to have some Big Brother fun chat time. But we'll
Right.
let you know. That's kind of what the deal is with these people, but we'll see. I have a feeling Todrick will do it because, like I said, he's done our show a few times before. But I mean, we'll see about the other people. I would love to have Teddy on just to talk about Lisa Vanderpump. I would be like, yeah, you were first out. Let's talk about LVP.
First
You
out,
were
great.
first out.
We
You
blinked, you were
trusted
gone.
Todd.
Now let's talk about that dog rescue incident.
Yes, let's talk about the dog rescue. Go.
I know. When you tweeted about I might have a Teddy surprise, I was like, no, I can't wait if Teddy, decides to come on the
Yeah.
show. That would be absolutely amazing.
We should know. We should know. And, obviously, when those happen, I think we'll be doing them live in our patron group, and then we'll post them after the fact for everyone, because those are. I don't know that they're going to let us do them for real live, so we might just do them private live in the patron group first, and then put it out as a little special video after for everyone to watch on our YouTube. So, point being, John, is that everybody should make sure that wherever they're watching that
Yeah.
you follow, like, and subscribe and share the shows, because it is a great way to help support all of these shows. And of course, like I said, I'm watching the East Coast version live with my mom. I know, John, you usually watch the West Coast. Tweet us during the shows at Reality Recaps at Comedy Jonah. I'm not ending the show. I'm just sneaking it in here. Make sure you tweet us during the shows. And follow us on all your favorite socials. It's a great free way to help support our shows and keep them going if you like them. Okay, John.
Yes.
So, is there any outcome you're hoping for this coming up week? Like I said, we know right now Kattan and Mirai are on the block, with Kirkpatrick being the HOH. Like we said, we know.
What do we know what Kirkpatrick's reasoning was for Mirai?
Keeping with the status quo, like she was the person that they went against before,
So
like the
Misha,
previous.
staying in Misha's good graces. That's who Misha wanted out. She didn't get her target. So now that Kirkpatrick's in alliance with her, he's keeping with that. He has no any loyalties to Misha, which
Well,
is
yeah, I think it's all of that. And it keeps him good with Misha and Todrick. So if they get into power next week, he should still be good with them. But if he doesn't, he still has all of the information that he can use about Amisha and a Todrick. Like, whereas if he did a direct attack against Carson, Cynthia, and those people, that would be really bad. It would be really bad. He wouldn't be able to go to them next week, in my opinion. So yeah. And I also don't understand why they're calling him an athlete. No offense.
Who, Kirkpatrick?
Yeah, when they're like, we're the Athletes Alliance. Okay.
I think he just kind of got roped. He was like sitting there, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, you too."
You're an athlete. Now he's a musical athlete.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know that he's an athlete. And look, and I'm not saying this in any shade of he's,
Karaoke challenge, yeah.
Yeah. Like, look, I'm not an athlete either. That's my point. I can barely walk up a flight of stairs. I wouldn't be putting me on an athletic a lot. I just think they should have come up with a better name, is my point. I really think Misha's been hit in the head one too many times.
What's their name?
What?
What's the athlete's name?
Well, we call her Cupcake because, she's Cupcake, whatever. I don't care to know it. Misha. Or do you mean Mirai, the ice skater?
Sorry, I meant what is Misha's athletic alliance name? Is it just the athlete?
Oh, yeah, she just basically calls them the athletes. That's my point.
I didn't know if they had an official name.
I don't feel like they have an official name unless I've missed it. But that's my point. Like, I feel like she was hit in the head one too many times, and production was like, "Can you guys come up with an alliance name?" And she's like, "We're athletes. We're the athletics. I like to punch things. I like to punch them." So I say, who do we hope goes next week? They're going tomorrow. Julie told us on the last episode that we're getting an eviction on Monday, so that's tomorrow. We'll have another eviction.
Oh my God. It's not a 2-hour one, is it?
God, I hope not, because look, no offense, and I know that I love me some Big Brother, but these episodes do not need to be 2 hours.
Right.
I'm good with the 1 hour episode. You just, my God, dragging this stuff out way too long. I also, before we wrap this show up, what are your thoughts on Cynthia? Are you pleasantly surprised with Cynthia on this show? I was expecting her to be kind of a doldrum the way she is on Atlanta, Housewives, but she surprised me.
I don't know if you watched her on Ultimate Girls Trip on Peacock.
Of course I did.
And so I thought we were going to get a lot of that Cynthia. So I was a little worried because Cynthia had a lot of problems or issues connecting with some of the girls. She was getting her feelings hurt really well. Her and Kenya were kind of butting heads. So I was like, oh, and then I heard Cynthia, was one of the official guests, and I'm like, well, she didn't do that great with her fellow castmates. How is she going to do with other people? But I'm pleasantly surprised. I think Cynthia's doing great. I think she is keeping herself pretty, in the area where she's not. I don't like when they were in the pantry with Misha, and she asked if does Carson know he's going up. And then Misha paused, and Cynthia was like, no, don't tell me. Like, she's good at keeping her thing, but it's also very clear which side of the house she's on too. So, but people like her. She got the Mon.
She has no clue how to play. She has no clue how to play this. It's so sad that, like, I don't know. It's 2022, people. If you're going on Big Brother and you are not talking to people that understand this game inside out and backwards, and yeah, I'll toot my horn for a moment and say, like me, I don't know what you're doing. There's a lot of information out there. Cynthia, I see Heather saying, Cynthia gets all this information, but she's telling people not to tell her anything. Horrible gameplay. Just collect the information, Cynthia. Use it later. It's the same. It's my biggest complaint about Todrick on this first week or cycle or whatever is he had zero reason to burn that bridge with Mirai. He did not need to go and tell freaking Misha anything. Just let it play out. You did not need... That is why Todrick has all these targets on his back. He just started running in between alliances for zero reason. He was playing way too hard, way too fast. I swear, what's his face has to be behind it. Kyle. What's his name from the cookout? Smells everything. Doesn't ever stop talking. Is now all of a sudden friends with everyone. Kylan. That one. Kylan needed to give Todrick less advice on how to play this game. I hope he listened less to Kylan because it is clear he is going in with the guns blazing full force and it's not working. But, I mean, as it stands now, we see, a Cynthia and a Carson trying to stay together. We see a Shanna with too many hands, in too many pots, just like a Todrick Hall. Kirkpatrick seems to be playing the best game at the moment.
Most level-headed. He's thinking about things. He's not just having verbal diarrhea at times like Todrick is. He's thinking about stuff. He's sitting back and he's watching and he's listening. Like, he's smart. He truly watches this show.
Yes, he is definitely a fan, and it will be interesting. It will be interesting to see where these alliances go and what happens with them. And we hope that you'll join us for this journey. Like I said, I usually am always live talking about the show from 5 to 10 at night. If it's a show night, I put it on the TV, and we see how my mom hates everyone that episode. John and I will be doing this after each eviction. So you'll have a show or two from us every single week. If we get the celebrities, we'll have that as a little bonus show for you during the week. And then, we're all so focused on this, but John, we have Canada starting in less than a month.
Oh my gosh, I love Canada.
It's Big Brother season. Hopefully that pandemic will be good and John and I can go back to our... Canadian, we can go back and have a live Canadian interviews in the house again this year would be great.
That would be so amazing. Yeah, we're using Celebrity Big Brother to stretch our muscles, right? After the holidays in the new year to get us back into show shape. We got to get back into show shape. Yep.
I would like to, I feel like we start the show with something personal. We end with something personal. I would like to say I am officially at the point in my life, John, where I've had to buy readers. And I don't think I look bad in them.
You have a good head for glasses.
I do. Frame. I got a good glasses head, right?
I do not. I have such a big head that I actually have to buy big head glasses. Sunglasses. I don't need big head.
You know what they say, John? Big head, big hands, big feet. Doesn't always mean little penis for you. So, I want to thank everyone for watching.
I want to thank some folks in the YouTube chat.
Do it.
Our very own Jackie Knows, who's moderating. Thank you so much. I want to thank Cheryl and BK Canada and Travels the World. And, of course, our very own Billy Jones. You're super generous, and we really appreciate it. It really helps us with our shows. We've got ZZ, Melanie, Susie Q, everybody. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you to Mustang, Samantha, and Doctor Who. Heather, our top fans over on You Now that are live. Thank you to the live feed updater team, Nurse Cheryl, Miss Janny Towley, and Kat running those live feed updaters amazingly. If you guys want 24/7 live feed updates on Twitter, check out BB Live Feeders on Twitter. Check out myself at Reality Recaps and John at Comedy Jonah. We will I'll be live in about 4 hours for another exciting night with my mom. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends. do 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 do.